Sorry for today's live. Today's live was a little bit delayed because there was some technical issue. But yeah, today's live is going to be interesting because today I'm going to have a wonderful person. She's a woman entrepreneur. She started doing as with the school and then went on to become her own. She created her own identity in kalamkari. So we'll be knowing her own stories from her. From being a housewife to running a school to coming into entrepreneurship, it's a tremendous changes which she has got. And she was the first person to do live shows, and she was selling clothing in live. She was after her there were many people who started her, but she was the first person to do it. Yeah, I'm joined by Sangeetha. Hi, Sangeetha.
Hi, Jyothi. Hi. Finally, we are able to get connected.
Yeah, எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
ரொம்ப ரொம்ப
தென்னாலி
நல்லா
ராஜ
இருக்கேன்.
தமிழச்சி.
Finally, we are able to get connected.
Connected, yeah, from half an hour we've been trying.
Your voice,
There are
voice.
some
இன்னும் கொஞ்சம்
glitches.
தம்பி. I'll just
Thanks
check
for
the
joining.
voice once.
Yeah,
Voice
please
வரல
check the
baby.
voice. If any of you please can comment on the voice quality also, because we can cross check if there is any voice problem, we will
Yeah,
correct it
தம்பி
right
voice
away.
வரல. Voice வரல.
So hi
இப்போ voice
Hannah.
okay.
Yeah, thanks for joining the show. There were many people commenting today's show. Today's show, yes, today's show was a little bit delayed. So yeah. So how are you, Sangeetha? How are you, and how is this lockdown brought in any changes in you, and the impact of lockdown on you?
First of all, I'm fantastic, very much fine. And lockdown has got lot many changes, lot many changes. It has got maybe like initially I wasn't able to accept the situation. I wasn't able to understand what is reality. Then once I understand, I was so restless. And once I got restless, then I came to an acceptance level. And every day to day it was a different situation. So yeah, it was. We can say this history to our generations. That much it
Yeah,
has
it's very
impacted a lot.
really. So,
Yeah.
what is that one change? Tell me the positive change which you got in this lockdown. Yeah, some change which you thought that you want to share. Some positive change.
See, like positive changes. Initially, I was very restless. Okay, all my plans were like, just like that. I have to cut down everything. I was going in a zoom speed. Back to back. I was working, and not even in one project I was failure. Back to back, it was going so good. At one day, I have to shut down everything, and I have to keep quiet. It was tying my hands, legs, nose, everything, and put it in a matchbox. Kind of, I was so
I know.
suffocated. I was waiting for that one vent to come out, because there are so many people dependent on me. There are so many vendors. So many people are dependent on me. We have to work day to day. Then only we could be able to give that much of input and output. So I was suffocated, and the positive change was that what you can say, see, you don't need anything to win except yourself. That was I assured myself again. I always
Okay.
feel that even when I was in the teaching field also, when we search for teaching aids, I always say we teachers are the best resources. We don't need anything else. If you want to teach rhymes, your fingers, your eyes, your body language is more than enough to teach numbers. That's what I train to my teachers. So I felt that in this lockdown, yeah, after 15 to 20 days or a month, so I started my shows again, and there was no help. It was only me, and who did everything. So finally, that was the always I feel that we need a very good team. There should be an environment, there should be support system, so many things. And I felt that by you, it should be within you, whatever it is. That was the positive change I felt. If you think you can do, you can do. That's it. there is no support, I'm not getting this, I will never complain again, because I myself proved to myself I can do. That was the positive
Absolutely.
change that
Absolutely.
I could face that. Like, because like I was literally scared, can I go for live? Will people buy? And like, there was so much of criticism on the Facebook page, I said, like, everyone doing, why criticism only on me? Then I realized,
Mhm.
no, see, when you were doing positive, everyone appreciated you, right? So you are
Mhm.
always in limelight. Take that criticism also. I made myself prepared for it, and then like accepted that situation. And then I was literally scared. Can I go? Can I sell some product? Is it the right time? People were telling like, how come in this pandemic you can come on live? How come you can post pics?
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm.
it was my customers who boosted me. You do it, Sangeetha. We wanted to come back.
How
And
nice.
like,
How nice.
it was always my customers. I should say that, like, they are
Mhm.
always for me for everything. So they said,
Mhm.
like, see, we were so tired of listening COVID-19, and we are literally
Mhm.
scared. Maybe I am
Mhm.
an entertainment booster for them. So they wanted to come back. So that was one thing, that's a positive
Mhm.
change. I felt that, like, nothing is needed. It's only yourself you can make successful. That I affirmed
Absolutely.
myself once again. Yeah.
I completely agree. And there are many people who are appreciating you. Sahana, who's saying Sangeeta has good collection of sarees. I'm following her FB page from the beginning.
Asha,
How
I'm not
nice.
able to see any comments
You
actually.
can't see the comments. You can see the
I'm not able
comments
to see
after
any
the
comments.
show. You can't see the comments.
Okay.
Okay, you after the show
I'm
is okay because I'm the host today. So every time you
okay.
see the comments and you answer, since I'm
Yeah.
the host, I'm the question, I'm the interviewer. I'm going to ask the questions. You're going to answer
Sure, sure,
it.
sure, sure. Because, like, in my life, I never miss one of the comment also. So maybe if my customers are there, they can ask you directly, and yeah,
Yeah, yeah. They
you
can
are the
ask
interviewer.
questions. Please ask questions regarding anything, regarding the future of clothing business, or what are the changes we have to bring, or if you want to start any business. Sangeeta is the best person. Trust me. Every day I'm bringing the people who are the best in their field, and she's a wonderful person who has done the first online. I think in South she was the first person to do online, and she's been consistently doing it for 4 years. Full applause to her, and I don't have words to talk about her. So, but yeah, we'll continue the show. Tell me, Sangeeta, what you were a housewife, then you started school, and then you went on to do kalamkari thing, and in that you specialized. Now you do everything. So, what
Yeah.
was it? What? How did you come into this business as such?
See, there was no plans as such, like, that I should get into fashion industry or something, like, yes, of course, education was my passion. Like, I always wanted to get into education out of choice. Like, I don't have any choice. So I got into teaching because, like, when I was married, I haven't even completed my graduation.
Mhm.
So when I wanted to resume my career, not even resume, I wanted to come into something like, so teaching was the only profession left over for me to take over. That was a pre-primary teacher. So I don't have any option apart from being a teacher. That's how I entered into education too, because I'm a very, very, what do you say, backbencher. I never study properly. I'm a very active person in extracurricular activities, arts, and everything,
Okay.
but like not academically, I was least bothered. So, like, I never, my teachers would not even believe now if at all they get to know that I have started a school and I'm the principal and I am taking care of special education. They can never believe. But
Mhm.
though, like, I'm a very active student. So that's it. Like, I started, and like, at one point of time, my career growth was amazing. I was
Mhm.
a pre-primary teacher, and then I was coordinator. Then I entered into franchise. That time, like, franchise was in boom. Eurokids, Kidsy, and
Mhm.
all of them were in the top. And I was recruited by Educom Solutions as academic head of South. My career
Okay.
was, like, on its peak, and I was on my wheels around, and I was missing my family so badly.
Mhm.
So that's the
Mhm.
point where I realized I should start my school. just because I
Okay.
don't want to miss my family, so that if at all I start my business, like I can be always. But in reverse, I had to spend more time once I started my school. I don't know, like I can say proudly. In pre-primary, I must be the person. Every nook and corner of the aspects of pre-primary, I have utilized.
Oh, yeah.
Be like pre-primary teaching or like
Uh,
teacher training or evening classes or tuitions or
mm,
curriculum development or being consultants, any part, just because I have to manage my overheads. So wherever the
oh,
opportunities it goes, I used to take everything, and that's how I grew in the first 2 years. And after 2 to 3 years, there was one point where I joined an ISB, and we were taught how to, it was for all the what is it, budding entrepreneurs like me who have not much of professional knowledge about business.
professional
That's what,
knowledge, correct.
yeah, 10,000 women entrepreneurs made that. I was one of the participants in that. So they were
Okay.
teaching me how to grow our business and everything. So I was about to submit my business plan at the end of the day. Then I realized, my education can't be replicated at all. I don't
Very true.
wanted to get into
Very true.
branches. I don't wanted to get into franchising, because my thing is, kids come to me, parents come to me because Sangeetha is there. That's all. Sangeetha can't be replicated. So I said, I can't grow my school. I don't. Then I was searching for other business. Actually, fashion or clothing is not my passion. Doing business is my passion. I want to be in business. So any business if you give, I would have done in the same passion. Actually, I was a very good cook. So I was about to start a restaurant, but somehow, I felt restaurant was. So then I thought, maybe let me get into fashion, because I select my clothes properly, like the basic thing. I thought, I don't want to invest in the same business also. I wanted other business where else I have lots of cash flow, instead of these kind of limited income. I really wanted to grow financially also. That's how I started fashion. I started clothing. Clothing initially was so horrible, and later on it picked up.
Wicked. Yeah, I know. So I was also reading yours the entire details yesterday before starting the interview today. It is very, very interesting.
Okay.
So many people are joining. Vicky, Deepika, there is a question which I got an interesting question. I just skipped it. I'm not reading all the questions. Sangeeta will answer all the questions later after the live. I'm asking her only few questions which are really interesting, which I feel interesting. So,
Okay.
because the rest of the questions, anyways, I'm going to ask her. Sangeeta, man, what is the, how can I start my own business? That is somebody's asking you. So how
Acha.
to
Okay.
start her own business? Now that's she's the best person. How did you specialized Sangeeta and Kalamkari? That's I think this is an apt question to ask.
Okay. See, I was into clothing. Okay. I was into clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I don't know the difference between georgettes and chiffons also. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Just it's a blind confidence. I always have this the overconfident. I'm always a overconfident person. I thought I can do it, and I entered, and I had a very bad failure of not even able to identify anything. And later on I picked up. I can say I'm a very good trader. I can pick up stuffs which is rare in the market, which is hot in the market, it can sell nicely. So it was going
Okay.
good, but at that one point of time, I felt that there is no USP in my thing. There is no
Uh-huh.
unique selling point, because when we stand, my next door competitor will sell it for 100 rupees less. I just really don't like that game of that chasing for that 100 rupees and 50 rupees. I really don't. If I'm selling, nobody should be there, the competitor. That was my thinking at that point of time. I was searching for my USP, and that's where where, see, for me, it should call me, I should feel that this is my field, my thing. So that's how Kalamkari called me, yes, it's mine. I had a dupatta. which I purchased from one of the weaver in one of the handicraft exhibition. And I was thinking why shouldn't I try this? And
Okay.
I met one of the artisan. I spoke to them and they gave me bundle of kalamkari materials, and it was really attractive for me and was not for anybody else around me. They were like, what is this? Just a very old cloth you are carrying in your hand, and you are saying that you are going to do business out of it. So no, that is really good. We can do it, and we
Uh-huh.
did it. And whatever they said was right because nobody bought those materials when I carried
Okay.
initially.
Okay. Okay.
Nobody. See, now everyone knows kalamkari. Way back 8 years back, like nobody knows kalamkari at
No
all.
celebrity. Absolutely.
Nobody. It is a very niche market. So
Mm-hmm.
I went to my artisans and I spoke to them, and I wanted them to little bit modify according to my need.
Mm-hmm.
Modification in the sense, right from the designs, right from the sketching, right from the clothing, right from the coloring, everything I want them to change because
Mm-hmm.
they have a very strong mind block. They shouldn't do it.
Okay.
So I have to convince them. I have to sit with them, change the sketching. I used to take the YouTube and show all the sketching. See how they are changing the beak. See how they are changing the feather, and they will try.
Uh-huh.
They will try on the paper. They will show me. They will do nicely, but bringing onto the fabric, it's again a very big transformation they have to do. Then
Okay.
I have to do my own experiments in the fabrics also, because
Okay.
kalamkari has almost 21 stages of
Mm-hmm.
making it. It should go
Okay.
through at
Okay.
least three boilings in water. So
Oh.
initially, whatever the fabrics we were using, it get torn, and it wasn't coming for sketching. So many practical problems were there. So
Problem. Yeah.
we
Mm-hmm.
ruled out everything,
Mm-hmm.
which fabric can be done and which
Okay.
that's how we worked with artisans. And now I have to broaden the market, number one, because
Absolute.
there was a
Absolute.
mind
Absolute.
initially there was a mind block that kalamkari will be owned only for mid-age and old age people, not for
Absolutely. I
youngsters.
remember that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing. So I wanted that this college going girls and the youngsters to come into this picture.
This
So I said
picture.
no, we will do kurtis then. We will do
Mm-hmm.
kurtis. We will do anarkalis. So they'll
Mm-hmm.
come. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they where we started doing the yokes over here. Just yokes, not full
Okay.
kalamkari, because full kalamkari, kalamkari is equal to gold and diamond. That is that much it is expensive. It doesn't
Oh.
seems to be like that. Per yoke, I have to pay a lot of labor charges over there. So I
Okay.
can't give full kalamkari gowns and all. I can't give. I can take a pattern, then I have to design. So I have to keep that
Ah.
economy in my mind also. When I design, that's how
Mm-hmm.
I redesigned it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then the next problem is how to reach public. It
Mm-hmm.
was really a big thing. That's where
Very
I
different.
started modeling.
Absolutely.
Yeah, see, beginners like me can't really afford for modeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
The models charge heavily. That's all. I started modeling. Okay, chalo, you wanted to see how the dress looks. No, who is wearing what? How does it matter? It's okay, fine. Let me show, because I felt nobody else can show the product better than me.
Ah.
Because I know which part of the dress to be highlighted.
Mm-hmm.
Without me distracting, I can put that attention to my dress. I can do it. So that's how it started, keeping the economical condition of my business. I wasn't affordable for any models or photographers. It was
Mm-hmm.
me and my phone. That's it. So, but the first was very difficult. When I attended all the commercial exhibitions and all, nobody looked into me. Trust me, nobody
Oh.
looked
Okay.
into me.
Okay.
Because everything was so glittery, right?
Yeah, I
So
know. I
shiny,
know.
shiny, glittery. And I'm going with one handmade product and I'm telling 10,000, 12,000, 15,000. Nobody was ready to buy. But
Yeah.
so
Okay.
it was really painful because I gave so much of hope to my family, my friends, and my artisans that now I'm going to crush the market like anything, and I didn't do
Oh yeah.
anything, and they came back home with the
Uh,
same stock. Then I realized, no, I am not in the right place. I felt, I had confidence in my product. I said, I will have an exhibition on myself, where else I invite people who like kalamkari. Why should I go to a
absolutely.
place where people are bargaining for hundreds and fifties? No, people should come,
Mm-hmm.
whomsoever know the value of kalamkari, whomsoever wanted to have traditional dresses should come to my exhibition, then they like it.
Absolutely.
So it
Absolutely.
should be only kalamkari products, and that was my first exhibition in
Mm.
Saptaparni, Banjara Hills,
Okay.
and uh, and it was an amazing success. That's where I started tasting success. That's where the first step of my success in clothing
Okay.
field.
Okay.
Then I
Okay.
decided, like, okay, fine, like, this market is very niche and I shouldn't go to public. That's where I started making my way of like, the path. I decided my own path, and like, I have never traveled in any path what it's already made. I always had my own way of going ahead, and like customers followed me nicely, like, because they want
Absolutely.
new products, they want new designs, and like, they want authentic products, and that's all. So simultaneously my online started growing very well,
Very
like all my
good.
abroad customers and everything.
Absolutely.
And then my slowly from Hyderabad, Bangalore,
Uh-huh.
Bangalore to Chennai, Chennai to Coimbatore, Coimbatore to Mumbai,
Mm-hmm.
Mumbai to Vijayawada, Vizag. We started traveling Cochin and
Uh-huh.
all the places. I like that. That's how, like, my customers started spreading, and that's how I got strong in Kalamkari.
No, I've noticed this, Sangeeta. It's not to exaggerate and tell, but somehow, whenever I saw all your couple of live shows yesterday, and earlier also somebody recommended your live shows that she does a very good job and doing live shows. We in radio business, we usually see all digital people who are influencers, motivators. Okay,
Mm-mm-mm.
so I happened to see your video sent to me by a programming head of Big FM in Chennai. So she sent me. So after that, I saw a thing and I was like, wow, she's doing so well, doing better than my jocks. What is that? You're doing the connectivity you do when you're doing live. I've noticed it. It's not an easy job because
Yeah,
I'm also a talent. I do understand. I also started as a talent. And so I understand it's not easy to connect with the people.
yeah.
So, how did you, were you trained, or was it something like, you constantly practiced? What was it? When I saw your videos, I saw that you were connecting to them very instantly as if they are your known to you, they are sisters or your friends or your neighbors. What was that?
See, there is no any professional training or anything else. I'm very good in verbal skills. Keeping that apart, let me talk
Mhm.
about me and my what do you say? My relationship with my customers, I should say. See, the first
Mhm.
thing is I'm very genuinely I get connected with people not for business. When I
Mhm.
do live show, it's not only business happens. We chat a lot, like,
Mhm.
I have almost, like, minimum 350 to maximum 1500 viewers on spot will be there, and all
Mhm.
of them will be simultaneously discussing so many things in the live show. It's not
Okay.
only that sales happens in my live show, lots of chit chats happens, lots of, like,
Absolutely.
discussions
Correct.
happens.
Correct.
Yeah, lots of discussions happens. I have kids in my live show, I have
Okay.
elders in my live show, I have
I've
men
seen
in
your
my live
dog in
show.
your live show.
My Mino is see, my Mino, my Mino is, see, my customers know what is the name of my pet, what color
Yeah.
I like, what sweet I like, everything we discuss over there, because almost 3 to 4 hours we are in live show, right? 4 hours
Absolutely.
long live show video. So, like, I take a break and I drink a tea, and I get scoldings that I shouldn't drink edited drinks, and I
Mhm.
respect them. I keep it aside and I stop drinking because my customers advised to not to drink. So
Yeah.
it is like, they accept me as a next door girl. Like, no, never they have seen me like, I am a seller and they are a buyer. There will be a real
Absolutely.
connection going on. See how, maybe, like, how we are doing a video chat with our friends and family members, it happens like that, and on the way the sales happens. It's not the
Okay.
sales happens
Uh-huh.
when we are discussing, when we are interacting, there will be, yeah, this is beyond my, it's still I wonder, like, why people love me. Still
Uh-huh.
I wonder why people love me, because, like, it's not stops only online. When I go for my exhibitions, people just for me.
Very
And
nice.
they know that I like jalebi, so they buy jalebi from the best shop in that
Very,
particular city, and they come and bring, and they'll make sure
very
that I
nice.
eat it also. They love me a lot. I'll be like, I'm not a celebrity, I'm not an actress, I'm not a politician, I am just a trader, like, but still the way people love it's so amazing. Maybe one thing is, Jyoti, just be genuine with people when you are
Correct,
talking.
correct. I agree.
Business will be taken care by itself, that's a secondary thing, but like, see, it's okay, fine, business may, I'm shrewd, that is different thing, but when I'm talking to you, it should be genuinely, we are connecting to each other as a human, we both of us are connected. I connect with everyone,
Correct.
each and every message I address, every
Mm-hmm.
person I talk to them, and I try my best to remember their names, but like
Mm-hmm.
mostly I forget, so I write down in the paper, like, who are all the regular customers, and like, what all they discuss and everything. I write in the paper. There is one child named Tapasya. She is, if I'm not wrong, she's 5.5 years old. In lockdown,
Okay.
she made a call to me. She wasn't able to reach me directly. She called my manager through conference call. She connected with me. Sangeetha aunty, I
Very
miss you. You
nice.
come on live.
Very nice.
It was so touching, So that's a genuine love that, like, see, you give and you take it. That's it. So
Absolutely.
that
I
is how
agree.
that's how the, like, the connection happens. For us, I never get tired. It's my
Mm-hmm.
customers, they say, like, you just close the door and you go and sleep. They say, until then, like, we are in live and we talk and we talk and we talk and we talk. And that's how it goes. So it is not a trained thing or something else. Maybe, like, I'm always like this. Like, right from my childhood, it's always like this.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what even I think someone, Geeta Srinivasan, if she's your customer, she's commenting that was Sangeeta ever since school days. Inherent talent and
she's
a
my
charm and
childhood friend.
oh, she's a childhood
Geeta,
friend.
she's my
How
childhood
sweet.
friend. We are together right from our seventh grade. She's a
Oh, how
scientist
sweet. She
now.
commented she's a charmer from childhood days. How sweet. That's why
Yeah.
she's charming on the digital platform, dear. You can see her, she's setting an example for many. And tell me, Sangeeta, you're in digital. There might be times, and sometimes everybody will not give compliments for whatever we do. There
Yeah,
will
yeah.
also be trolling and negative comments. How do you handle that kind of situation?
Very tough, very tough. Initially, it was like, I was shaken completely because, like, I wasn't aware these many negative things will pop out. See, first of
Mm-hmm.
all, like, I'm a housewife. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
mother of two kids. I'm a wife of a person. That is the
Mm-hmm.
first role of mine. Then comes, like, being an entrepreneur, blah, 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 all these things. Like,
Correct, correct, correct.
so see, when you are an actress or a celebrity, you know that these kind of comments will come. But like, when you
Correct.
are being a housewife and you are being just a business person, and like, these kind of comments comes, like, it will be really tough. And like, I was shaken
Mm-hmm.
right from the beginning. See, comments, negative comments, and the number one, like, they say that I'm very commercial person. That is okay, fine. You can say I am commercial. I accept it. The next thing is, like, regarding, even my tattoo was judged, like, she's wearing tattoo,
Oh,
but these kind of judgments were also there. It's not only from customer sides, like, from the around circle and everything, like, because like, you are in the limelight always. You're
yeah.
always in the limelight, so like, however you talk is judged, however you interact will be judged, everything will be
Absolutely.
judged. Initially, I was responding to everyone. I was trying to explain them, no, no, this is not the way that you can talk about me and everything. And at one point of time, I felt that, like, no, no, I shouldn't explain. It's me. This is how I made. If
I
you want
agree.
to accept, you can accept, and if you don't want to accept, it's okay, all fine. And in my live shows, if you observe, if any one person comments negatively, I don't need to do anything. My customers will throw them out.
Oh,
It
very
happened many a times. And they told me, if you
very
don't want to watch, you get out. You want to go, get out. Immediately say, Sangeetha, block her. No. If you don't, they do side, like, she is pricey. The same sari, I get it for 900 and she is selling for 1300. Then it's not me. They say, like, then you go and buy there. Why do you want to
why
sit
did
and
you come
listen
there?
her
Absolutely.
show? Yeah, it's say that like you can go out, like they themselves like throw, and they boost me a lot. It's okay, Sangeetha. People keep saying that move on, move on, move on. Come on, like it's okay, it's okay.
Really?
So so if at all somebody is commenting in my live show, they should be double careful. It's not me. My customers will respond there. I
How
was
true.
really shaken initially. Initially, it was that I made myself
That happens.
strong.
That happens. Yeah.
Yeah, I stopped reacting and responding to all of them. Like I have for whom, for what I should respond and react. I
Perfect.
learned that.
Perfect.
I
This is
learned that.
what
I
I
don't respond
expected
for
to.
everything.
Yeah, this is the answer
Yeah,
I expected because
yeah.
you took it in a different way and you are moving it on. But there are people, they take it to their heart, and even a
Yeah.
little bit of trolling, they stop whatever they're doing. So I just want that kind of answer from you, not only digitally, outside also. When somebody comments the way you look,
Obviously.
or the way
See,
you look.
I'll tell you, like, see, yeah, I am, this is how I designed to show myself in the public. But okay,
Mm.
so I am myself, I'm a very different personality when you see me as a friend in an outdoor place. So, like,
Mm.
I will respond to a person who knows me completely and
Mm.
who is my well-wisher, who knows that
Mm.
side of mine. See, my
Mm.
mom is a well-wisher, okay? My
Mm.
mom is my well-wisher. I listen
Mm.
to her. She influences me a lot. But I can't
Mm.
take her advice in business. She always say, don't
Absolutely.
post your pics. She says like no drishti pattudu podada podada podada. She'll always say. I can't make her understand that like no, it
Understand.
is my profession. So I just
Yeah.
nod my head and I move on. Even now she scolds. It's okay, fine. Like so like in case the same thing, if it is told by my closest friend
Mm-hmm.
Archana, she's my closest friend. If
Mm-hmm.
she says no, Sangeetha, this pic is not appropriate for you to keep it in social media, I'll remove it because
Mm-hmm.
like she knows everything, she can advise me in that particular aspect. So I will see like who is advising in which area, should I listen it or not, or should I react it or not, then I will respond to it, then
Absolutely.
accordingly I will balance it.
Kandipa. Kandipa.
Mm.
So there is a question,
uh,
Sahana, which I thought she's asking so many questions. This I really want
okay.
to ask. Do
Hi
you
Sahana.
travel to meet? Yeah. Do you travel to meet weavers and customized? Just I saw your bandhani sarees and dikkat.
I travel a lot. Never I purchase online. Never I do video calls. Just in the lockdown time I have done. This is the first time because like I couldn't do anything. But otherwise, even it is very painful. Just if it is to be 10 sarees to be picked up, also I go to the weaver, sit, feel the fabric, see the color, and to design also I sit with them. I always sit with them because like see my ideas and their technical knowledge should combine together to get a good product. So on calls and like just like that ordering and all doesn't work. So I make sure that I travel, I sit with them wherever in the country, which part of the country I don't mind. I always make sure that I go sit with the weavers, artisans, manufacturers, anyone. I go sit with them and I talk to them. I'll explain them what they want. They will tell me, no, this idea is not good for this particular fabric. Maybe we can change it. Then I say, okay, chalo, change it, but like no, put this color on this. So like it will be a mutual discussion happens, and then we will come up with a design, and then the production goes on. So I will pakka travel. This lockdown is not letting me to travel, but I do travel a lot.
Tell me something about your stores, Sangeeta. Where all you're having, and what is your future plans? Where you're going to set up in other states? What is that? What is the present situation now?
See, actually, I have only two stores. I don't have many stores. One in Himayatnagar and one in Jubilee Hills. Only two stores. I really don't have any plans to start any stores right away in any of the states. That
Okay.
may not work. That may not work. But like I'm just observing the market and the change. There are few plans are like rolling up in the mind according to the changes that it has happened.
Mhm.
So these 2 months I was just reading all the case studies of like the past, how people came out from the lockdown, what all it
Yeah.
happened. See, always there was a golden period after the quarantine. per there was a pandemic happens, there was a golden period. So
Correct,
how
correct.
did happened, and like what people did to come out of this, like that gave me a lots of insight towards me. So I'm not opening any physical store right away, which is not the correct decision at this point of time, I felt. But like Pakka, there will be one exciting models which will come to
Mhm.
attract my customers. That is there on my mind
Okay,
rolling in. Yeah,
okay, okay. So we also will be waiting for that.
yeah.
Ashwini, she has a question. Do you like to know about would like to know about your journey in business, like when and why you chose this field? Is this your family business or you stood alone? No, it's not a
No, no,
family
no, no,
business.
no. No, 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 not my family business.
Not a
No, no,
family
no.
business.
None of them have done the business what I'm doing now. In fact, it
Mm.
is like no, I myself wouldn't have believed I'll be in fashion this time 10 years ago before. No, I would not have believed. This is a new business I have started, Ashwini. This was just an accident that I have entered inside this business. I gradually I learned,
That is
I
great, yeah.
struggled a lot. I fought. Never I
Mhm.
give up. Never I feel painful for fighting. That is the thing. Like whatever the struggles, I have lost a lot in this
Yeah.
course of time. Like I've lost a lot, which is very much valuable, which I can never take back in my life. My precious 10 years, where I should have enjoyed. Going traveling with my
For
family, being
vacations
with
and
my,
everything.
nothing I have done. Nowadays, I sometimes like I feel that that doesn't give much of happiness. Like I be with my family at home, I cook for them. Those all things are okay. So like I've lost a lot. I've lost a lot, and like that's my business journey. Every 6 months, every 1 year, it keeps changing. I will be coming into a 365 degree transformation.
Change.
Will always happen. That will not be a decision made by me. I will change myself according to the situation. See, kalamkari was in the peak. That was
Mm.
one day, like I couldn't do kalamkari at all. Like
Mm.
see, my kalamkari sari is 12,000 rupees.
Mm.
Whereas, like in the market, it was sold for 600 rupees in a printed, very malmal material. Mein. Okay,
Correct,
so
correct.
like the market was diluted completely. Should I go
Mm.
out of the textiles because kalamkari is diluted? No, that
Oh.
is not the way. No,
Mm.
see, rain and shine will be there in the business. The business
Absolutely.
which gives you lots of money will pull you down also. Both will
Mm.
be there. The business will
Mm.
show the extremes of black and white. You have to insulate yourself to cope up with all these things. So like once kalamkari is done, I had taken some buffering period. Then I started again with all the other materials. I entered into handlooms. Now any saris that should be there in my live show. That's what I wanted to. Any sari of Indian weaving or Indian, I will not even restrict myself to weaving. I'm also I wanted to support the manufacturers of Surat and Calcutta,
Mm.
where it's see, next to agriculture, textiles is the biggest field where we give lots of employments. We're talking a lot about weavers. There is a big manufacturers department also where lots of people are there and huge employment happens. So like I'm talking to manufacturers also. I'm talking to all the vendors,
Mm.
agents. There are many
Mm.
agents in between. So
Mm.
I want all the saris to come into my live show. You can say I will do Kanchipuram, suddenly I will go to Venkatgiri cotton, and suddenly I will go to Bandhani, and then I will come to Jaipur cotton. So I wanted everything. All the saris of India should come into my life. So that's what mine. Any sari that they should be able to get from Sangeetha.
Very
That's
nice.
it.
Very nice. Very nice. This depends upon your gut feeling and the way you handle the business. Now
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
back to your digital thing. So when you started off, you started off with the digital live show where you yourself used to wear the sari and you used to show
Yeah.
it to people. So constantly you were doing, consistently you were doing, and you started to sell saris on business, so online. So what was the interesting thing which you can? Some of the live shows will still be in your heart. So share with us
Okay.
some of the snippets which you really felt when you're doing your live show.
See, there are many live shows. Actually, live shows, I'm doing it from past 7 years. This is not recently it is booming a lot because many people started following the system. But otherwise,
Yeah.
when I was doing exhibitions also, a day before I do product display show. I will give a product preview to my customers, what all the products that I have displayed. So my
Okay.
live shows are very familiar with my customers. For my customers, live shows are not at all a new thing. Selling through
Okay.
live show must be new, but like live shows are not new. I always come live, I show the production and all these things. I keep doing it, but doing it live as a sale was like, that even that was no plan. Like, I was showing, somebody wanted to buy, and I say like, she wants to buy, come on, you give it. This is how it started. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
then she's asking, na, you give her. This is how, like, manually we used to take the orders, and then like, chalo, people are asking, then keep one set of material, and we started showing, and we used to take the manual material.
Okay.
Then like, chalo, you keep some 50 sarees, let us show them, let them come to store or something. That's how it started. Then like,
Okay.
people are so comfortable buying online. Then I made
Okay.
it more systematic. Every live show, like, we were keeping on upgrading ourselves. Like,
Yourself,
the
absolutely.
team was
Yeah.
that the team was becoming big and everything. The live shows, like, there are many live shows in that, like, but the kids who come into the live shows makes it more memorable.
Yeah.
They hold the show, and like, they want, see, they say that like, mothers, they say that the kids become happy when I call them.
Oh,
When I
so nice.
say, yeah, so they say, no, Sangeetha, will you please say my kid's name? He feel, I have, there was one and a half year baby who responded eating. When I said
Oh,
eat
wow.
baby, that was one of the very memorable
Really
thing, like,
amazing.
So because like, this girl used to see my live shows, it seems continuously. So she was saying, my baby is very familiar with your voice, so you tell. So I told on
Oh,
live, and like, she ate. So like, that was something really very memorable.
really, really
And
interesting.
yeah, there's some elderly, like, I have at least 4 to 5 ammas in the live shows. Like, they will regularly come, who are very
Mm,
elderly people, and like, they continuously watch the live shows with the
mm,
help of their grandchildren or something. And like, they keep advising. They say that, like, drink
mm.
water, sit amma, don't stand. These, each and everything is memorable. And the thing is, even if there is a network issue happens,
Mm.
I feel like, array, network issue is happening now, the live members will go, you can't get back that much of views.
Get back,
They say like,
absolutely. Yeah.
so they say, Sangeetha, you go take a break, we will come, you go,
Oh,
and
awesome.
again they will
Mm.
come back. If 600 people
Awesome.
are there, after a 10 minutes break, if it come, it will be 700 or 800, never it comes below 600. So
Oh,
those
very
all,
nice.
each and every live show is very, very memorable for me. I can't say that this is the, or like, and like, the same love will be taken when I go to their cities also. The
Very
love what they show is, it's amazing. It's
immense.
amazing.
Yeah. So now you're
Uh,
doing so much. So sorry to cut you here. You're
mm,
doing
mm,
so
mm,
much. You're doing live shows. You're always busy planning for the live shows. You're doing your store. So much is happening. Planning for the next season. Everything happens. Now, how do you handle home? It's very difficult being a woman. I do understand. It's
mm.
really difficult. So what kind of a support, and how do you expect a woman who is into this kind of a business to be prepared if she really wants to come into it?
So it is not a single day preparation or something. See, again, end of the day, whatever I am earning, it's for my family.
Mm,
So they are responsible enough to get adjusted for me.
mm,
Number
yes.
one point. And number two, it is not at all impossible. Tell me, Jyothi, how much of work we have at home? I can finish
Absolutely.
my I can finish my cooking and everything within 1 hour. I can do
Okay.
everything within 1 hour, like all of us. In that case, like, we don't have
Yeah.
anything more than 1 hour, 1.5 hour,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and we all of us have maids.
Mm,
Number two, okay.
mm.
And rest of all the time we are empty only. We don't have any work. Apart
Really?
from that, what
Uh,
else you tell me? See, we have
no,
maids.
you made me
Okay.
pause. I mean, I was like stuck when you said that word.
No, that's it. Emotional comfort. Emotional bonding is very important.
But I agree with you. But I'm coming to the point. If you don't have support at home, என்னவா இருந்தாலும் வீட்ல சப்போர்ட் இல்லைன்னா உன்னால பண்ண முடியாது.
கண்டிப்பா வேணும், கண்டிப்பா வேணும். See, there should be a support. Without that should be a mutual support. That should be a very